Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting edition of Ringside Rants with yours truly, Just Mike. To my right, co-host tonight, Josh, always known as Bad Karma. And the lowest tonight is Phil, the Marcus Strong style. How y'all doing tonight, gentlemen?
Doing all right. A lot of stuff's been going on past couple
You guys
days.
watch? I mean, that match was with Mox and Edge. Oh my god!
Yeah, that was
Brutal.
I've seen a lot of crap throughout these years. I've seen a lot of hardcore stuff. But the most I've ever seen is probably that most dangerous one. Is probably like the one where Nick Gage almost died because a light tube got embedded into his armpit.
He was dead for like 5 minutes. They revived him on an aircraft on a helicopter.
Oh, dude! I'll tell you one of the craziest things.
Never
was looking
seen
at
anyone.
autopsy photos of like I don't know why I was looking at it for educational purposes.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just saying I've seen some weird shit too. I've seen autopsy
wrestling wise.
like
We're talking wrestling wise, Phil. Man, we're not going crazy shit.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Not talking like
Rotten.com.
Yeah,
But,
shit like that. Man, that's crazy.
But the shit that Edge did
I
to
loved
Moxley, I've never seen anyone like that. It was he literally got
Powerbomb.
power bombed right onto that bed of spikes. No,
Jim Cornette is
always
going to
thought
have
maybe it was a gimmick.
fit about this.
I thought maybe it would be gimmicked, and maybe it's like some rubber stuff, some hard.
Didn't Claudio try to pull him off of it? Didn't Claudio try to pull him off of it?
That wasn't gimmicked at all. That was real. That was real nails.
Yeah, that shit was stuck in his back, and
that was no prop.
That was not prop. That was not gimmicked. Yeah,
he's gonna be bruised tomorrow, gentlemen.
Bruised.
He's gonna have stitches from that shit, and according to Taz, he's probably gonna need a tetanus shot.
Yeah, some of them nails are rusty, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that was some insane shit tonight.
That was gangster.
And that was in the middle of the card.
Dude, that whole card was crazy tonight, man. It started off wonky at first, man. That four-way match was insane. Hats off to Mark Davis, man. That dude was phenomenal in that match.
Mark Davis is always good. He's always been awesome. Especially let's give props to Speedball Mike Bailey and Ricochet for going into face Kenny Omega.
Man, I don't expect Kenny Omega to lose that title right off the bat. I just don't see it. And I think this right here is to give Ricochet the pin. Like they're gonna pin Ricochet and the Speedball can say, Oliver got pinned. And then tune up for a match later on down the road for a title. That's what I am thinking because it makes the most sense.
It's not a bad thing.
It is, though. I mean, his third match on television or the second match on television, he wins a spot to get a title.
Yeah.
At least he doesn't look. At least he doesn't lose buried.
But the next match was Billy Starks and Mercedes Moné now.
Money.
Oh man, she took one almost a disastrous bump, man.
Oh, you talking about the top rope front flip onto the ringside apron?
No, Monet. I mean, I thought she seriously hurt her fucking neck.
Oh
when Starks tried to do that was a flip over powerbomb type of thing. I don't know if she was just too tall or what? Or she didn't get the cue? I thought she landed on her head hard.
And shout out to Athena, man, because Mercedes tried to bury her on the mic after that later on in the show, man. Like, whoever trained her needs to go back and tell. I'm like, bitch, Athena is going to come over there and beat your ass with the world's women title from Ring of Honor. She's going to be 2-title Athena.
How about like
Athena officially trained her?
Yeah, Athena officially trained her, but she also got trained by a couple other people too. But Athena's been training her while she's been developing in AEW. Everybody knows that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, dude, how else do you think she got so good so quick?
Athena.
I mean, she's great. She is. If Roxanne Perez is a prodigy, you have to say that about Billy Starks too. Yeah, I'm not trying to.
She's been wrestling, but since she was like 16, 17, something like that.
15. Billy Starks wrestling since she was 15. And actually before then too, if you want to be honest, because she wrestled all over in promotions that would let her wrestle, because in the professional wrestling, professional wrestling could be 18.
Mm-hmm.
But you also had to graduate. She graduated I think she was like almost valedictorian of her high school. And they asked her what she was going to be. She's like, I'm going to be a professional wrestler. You'll see me on television. And everybody was like, ha 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 ha.
Mm-hmm.
What is she doing? She's wrestling on television. And she's damn good at it. And to be honest, she's probably one of the best to do it ever. And me and Kelly were having a conversation yesterday, and I forgot to call him back yesterday evening. We were talking about, he was talking about Liv Morgan and all this stuff and how he's upset about her not being on Mania. But there's nothing for her. The only thing they can give her is a match between, and I hate to say this, Lyra Valkyria and Chelsea Green, because neither one of them have a match on the card either. So why not have them?
Ain't she like a tag team champion?
That's what I'm saying.
They can't throw somebody together real quick.
The thing I'm thinking of, man, is why not have the U.S. champion and Intercontinental champion versus the tag team champions? It makes the most sense, man. I mean, you don't even have to hype it up for like a big feud. You don't even have to like do a crazy amount of booking or a lot of television time to do it. It's this much. I mean, it's really small.
We'll jump to the WWE side of that later. We're still going with AEW what's in our heads.
All right, cool.
To tell you the truth, it's like what, five or six matches on the card.
And then you had Moxley versus Edge, which was kind of like.
Well, at first it was kind of dull. I'm like, okay, just romping around, going around the match, and it's like, to me, it looked like they were already hurt. It was like they're already wrestling hurt or something like that. But when Mox did that spot with the spikes, wow. Just wow. It is embedded into his back, and it's like, oh, and it wasn't just like it's just a couple and just stuck to his back. No, that shit at least probably went at least an inch or two deep.
They're pretty powerful. Yeah, I admit that. That was pretty powerful.
Yeah, man, literally they had to pull the fucker off.
Yeah.
So
and then you had
after
that match,
FTR. Well, then you had maybe a sign of FTR breaking up or something like that, or
just Dax pissed off, man. I think he's fed up with losing We're having people lose so much to the Death Riders because it doesn't make any sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
It really, truly don't make any sense. Why are you going to have? This is just me speaking. Why are you going to have all these things go on? And because I'm gonna be honest, no one gives a fuck about that title. Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
The main event. You're the only one, probably. I mean, the list is small, and the viewership is.
There are a lot of fans that probably do. You're probably is just probably right now is like is just the suitcase. Probably the storyline is boring you.
No,
it is. This storyline.
It's stale.
Yeah, the storyline.
There is no story here no more.
Yeah, This story should have ended 2 pay-per-views ago.
3, if you want to be technical.
I think personally, I just think they're trying to bring back that long term, and it doesn't work sometimes. You know, like sometimes, like even with Triple H. I remember when Triple H was. They should end the story with Triple H, drop the title, but it just kept backstage politics and just killed Raw. That's why SmackDown was doing so well.
Huh?
You remember when Triple H was basically was the World Heavyweight title for a very long time, and on Raw, back during the Ruthless Aggression era? You don't remember that?
The only thing I can remember for is anybody being like this would be Brock Lesnar whenever Vince was still in power, and people were sick to death to have a Brock Lesnar be their champion and never defending the title.
Well, it was the same way with Triple H back in the 2000s. Yes, it was. I was getting tired of Triple H being the world champion.
There's a difference, Phil. There is a total difference when you're tired of someone being a champion and them ruining a championship. Moxley is ruining a championship.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Yes, I agree.
Lesnar ruined a championship.
He almost ruined the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I'm not going there, man. But Triple H never ruined a championship. Maybe he had a lengthy run, and it was kind of like, oh my God, this is getting crazy. Maybe they need to take the title off of him, and they did finally. Hell, the craziest thing ever: Roman Reigns held the title for over 4 years.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
But nobody was upset about it until the very, very end. That's how you make stable champions. Moxley, on the other hand, he's a great deathmatch wrestler. He's a great brawler. He can speak sometimes. What kills Moxley is his attitude, man. His mentality is, you know what, Tony? Let's put this title in a case and never see it again. What do you want to do?
He said he'd rather melt it down than anyone have it.
Which is...
It's awful.
He killed a championship, Phil. I mean, even if someone wins it, I'm going to be like, I could care less.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who wins it. I mean,
tell you the truth,
nobody can win it and make me happy.
Christian should have took it. Christian should have took it.
Our father,
I talk about the way they played it out. Him reaching over while what's passed out. He should have had his hand on there. They should have put it on Christian.
I have a feeling they can bring the value to the championship back. Just got to put it on the right person.
Who?
Anybody. Darby Allin. Anybody.
God, no.
Darby's not ready.
Nowhere near.
Okay, Swerve again.
Who?
Swerve.
God, no. Look, the only person that can make this title relevant, and that's going to take a long time to happen, and it's going to have to either play hot potato. Now it's going to have to literally play hot potato. because what they could have done at Revolution was take the title off Moxley, put it on Cage, keep Cage with it for a couple of months, let him beat Swerve with his family, and then have Nick Wayne turn on Christian Cage, cost Cage the match against Bobby Lashley, and Lashley be champion. Now they got to wait fucking 6, 7, 8 months from now to even take the title off Moxley to make it worth the fuck. If you take it off of him and give it to Swerve, Swerve is going to be getting killed, man, because MVP is gunning for that man.
And also Mox, and also apparently MJF is thinking about joining the Hurt Syndicate too.
Yeah, and then you got Hangman Adam Page saying what he said tonight too about fucking Swerve.
You also got Jay White as well. He's also gunning after the belt.
I mean, there's a lot going on, man, but none of it makes. You got all these intricate pieces, and none of it's coming together like a puzzle. It's like cohesive. You got, dude, it's a bunch of garbage, and I've seen indie wrestling shows better than this shit. And I'm not trying to blow smoke. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate.
I think it's locked right now. I don't know who's. I'm sure they'll figure out something.
Dude, I've lost hope with this title. I'm going to tell you what they should do with it. And this is just me saying this. And this is what, just hear me out. That title that Moxley has, he needs to do a vignette of him standing by a fire where the whole Death Rider clique. You go, y'all want this so bad. I told you what I was going to do to it. Y'all force me. I have no other choice. I'm going to wear it just to make you happy. And he makes a fucking chain out of it.
Oh. That's just showing disrespect right there to the belt even more. I like that.
But it will make some kind of fucking sense out of all this bullshit, man. Because if you just got this fucking thing in a bag, and then, he can put it around his hand and knock motherfuckers out with it. Did he just knock him out with a championship belt? No, he knocked him out with a championship fucking necklace is what he just did.
Why don't you just make it into a ship? A modeled ship?
Nah, that's pretty plain shit. I love Hood Sam, man, but I'm not trying to go that indie with you.
I'm just trying to make you laugh, though.
Yeah, that ain't a way to make me laugh on this. I mean, dude. You're taking
this. Have some fun.
Dude, this is a legitimate championship that's supposed to be legitimate. Like you're supposed to be happy that someone holds it. The person makes the champion, not the championship makes the person. And now taking consideration, if you put that title on Darby Allin, does he deserve it?
Yes.
No.
How? Hold on, Josh. How can you tell me Darby Allin deserves this championship?
He's an AEW original. He's busted his ass. He's one of the original. I think he's worked his ass off.
Okay, give me 3 feuds that's worth the fuck.
MJF, Hangman.
Nope. Where he shined, where he legitimately outclassed his competitor.
He's a good competitor then. Something to get that one last push.
Dude, the only person that he was actually great in the ring with is Jack Perry. Them two are phenomenal. Him versus MJF outclassed him. Him versus Heyman Adam Page, Heyman outclassed him. Him versus Orange Cassidy outclassed him. Even Cassidy tonight in that match with Speedball Mike Bailey came up short, but it was entertaining as fuck.
They were both everyone was great in that match.
Yes, now you're catching my point, Phil.
I know, I'm just giving it time. See what's gonna happen,
dude. When did the Death Riders thing take place? right after Sting left. Last Revolution.
I thought
No,
I
it was
thought
No,
all in, ain't it?
All In.
no, the Death Riders came out right when they jumped Brian.
Okay, so All Out, All In. Wow. Almost a year from now. A year, dude, and we haven't gotten shit accomplished. What
No,
we've gotten
the final
is
battle was when they it was like no, it's not final battle. Like the
Yeah, the story, yeah, the storyline, wherever it was going, it didn't take off, or whatever the plan that they had didn't work.
they just need to get the belt off Mox ASAP.
they don't need to get it off of him. Like I said, let him make it to a chain. I'd be more interested then. And let him come out to the ring with the.
I remember him saying he'd rather melt it down than and give it up. He did
then
say
that's
that.
fine.
I was actually talking about that with a guy from work about a few days ago and everything about that.
Let him make a championship chain, dude. I mean, we've seen some weird shit with championships over the years. Remember Daniel Bryan's freaking eco-friendly championship?
PETA, I remember that. PETA loved that too, which is funny.
Yeah. Hola, Leoncita, mi amor.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Hi. We're live doing our podcast. You're on live with us.
Hey,
Hello. Welcome.
What
Hi.
We're
Guess who's driving me home tonight?
Oh, is Luna driving you home tonight?
Yeah, Luna's driving me home today.
Hey, Luna, be a good chauffeur. Yeah. Be a good chauffeur.
I'll try.
Okay, don't hit nothing.
She had 3 beers.
3 beers? From where?
3 beers.
From where?
From Lucky's Irish bar.
And you didn't call me?
tell her that's lightweight.
You're in trouble. See, you're trying to get me in trouble for no reason. Man, this red light is forever.
Yeah, she's had a rough night, though. She really did have a rough night, Luna.
Y'all have fun.
All right. I love y'all. Y'all be safe, okay? Luna, be safe going home.
I will.
All right. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. I'll call y'all back in a little bit. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
I should.
3 beers? I'm like, geez, that's lightweight work right there.
Well, yeah, she's had a really rough week, man. They run her through the ringer, but we'll talk about that in a little while.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that off camera. But yeah. So where did I leave off at?
All right, let's get past this Mox and Cope match, and what was the next match after that? That was
Ospreay and
JR Fox. Great
JR
showing.
Fox.
Oh, that was a good match.
It was a good, decent match. Made both of them shine and everything. So
I like at the end of the match how Ospreay went over to AR Fox and shook his hand.
yeah,
That was disrespect right there.
Well, I'm going to say this, and AR Fox is not everybody's cup of tea, and I understand that, but I've watched that man wrestle in Combat Zone Wrestling back in the day, and whenever he would show up, he put asses in seats, dude. That's when Combat Zone Wrestling was actually worth the fuck. You had back in the day, you had AR Fox, Joey Janela, you had MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, you had Penelope Ford. You had Cherry Bomb, a.k.a. the Bunny, Allie. You had Nick Gage, of course. I mean, dude, there were so many. And you had Leo Rush.
I love Leo Rush.
He was the Hardwire champion. I mean, there were so many great wrestlers in Combat Zone.
mm-hmm.
And
What
Combat Zone,
Rush and what's his name teaming up?
hold on, Phil. Hold on, man.
I'm sorry.
This is where I'm going with this. This is where AR Fox came from, and AR Fox went straight upward, man. Lucha Underground, MLW, Evolve, you name it, he's been a part of it because of the fact he is a backbone of independent wrestling. He is an actual heartbeat of independent wrestling.
He's the meat and potatoes.
Huh? Yeah.
He's the meat and potatoes of indie wrestling.
And he's great, man. He is a phenomenal person, to say the least. I mean, he
seems like you'll put a shirt on your back type of guy.
Well, I mean, he's wrestled all over the world, man, and he you know who he reminds me of, and I know they're two totally different people, but just the way they are and they're genuine people. He reminds me of Tarzan, and what I mean by that is they're genuine people, man. If you have enough time to sit down and talk with them, they're genuine.
And what Mike was talking about is Tarzan, the wrestler Tarzan Duran.
Yeah, and you know,
friend of our show.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man. And AR Fox is the backbone. If Tarzan Duran is the backbone of deathmatch wrestling, AR Fox is the backbone of independence. And that's not a bad thing to be.
Yeah. Justin. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, that spot with Moxley. Yeah, that was stupid dangerous. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, we already touched on that, but yeah, we don't want to dwell on it too much longer. But yeah, that was stupid dangerous. As like that was not called for. Especially
it was called for, and I'm gonna tell you why. You're losing viewership every week. You're losing attendance every week for your regular television shows. You had to go from big stadiums to small arenas.
They do big stuff on occasion, you know.
But now this is a talking point. And some of those casual wrestlers that are going to hear about it on the interwebs is going to go, who? Maybe we should tune in next week to see what else Mox does. And it's going to have ratings for 1 week. They'll have a rating spike. Guess what I'm telling you, dude? Look at the ratings this week versus next week. I bet you money it's going to go up. Because they're going to look for the crazy, stupid shit to happen.
I actually like some of those little small arena, like that one small arena they did in Collision last week. That was pretty cool.
I thought you were about to get to Australia again, and I was about to just fucking mute you, Phil. God,
I wasn't talking about Australia.
That fucking ring.
That motherfucking ring, dude. Fucking sad. Anyway,
I wasn't talking about like that Collision. Like it was like somewhere like in California, I think, or like somewhere. Kind of remind me of like the ballroom.
Hammerstein?
Yeah, some of those remember the Hammerstein ballroom, which I think, you know, it was a good that was pretty cool though.
Now I have a question. This Dynasty, is that going to be at the 4300 Arena in Philadelphia?
2300? I don't think so. No, it's going to be somewhere in Pennsylvania though, I know. In Philadelphia, I know that. That would be cool if we did that though. Maybe a Collision.
Not for a major pay-per-view.
Maybe a Ring of Honor.
Didn't they just have a Dynasty pay-per-view at the beginning of the year?
No, that was last year.
That was Revolution.
No. Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Dynasty.
Yeah, Wrestle Dynasty was in Japan.
Okay, so Dynasty
that was New Japan Pro Wrestling show.
Okay, but that was this year.
Yeah, but that was in January. That was like a part of Wrestle Kingdom, though. This is
so
Dynasty, not New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Dynasty.
Ooh, AEW at the Aragon Ballroom. Ooh, that would be. That's honestly that's kind of small. It's a concert hall in Chicago, very famous concert hall. Wow, I would see more of an independent show at the Aragon Ballroom, but not AEW. No,
MLW.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
think, hey,
I would
fans
think
wanted to do
MLW
smaller
show.
shows, so they're doing smaller shows from what I heard.
But hear me out. Hear me out. Just enlighten me just a little. Here we are talking about this smaller venue and everything. It's hurting them. It's hurting their pocketbooks. It's hurting. Even if they have billions and billions of dollars, this is a quick way to go bankrupt. I mean,
How?
even if you pack the house out with 5,000 people, that's 5,000 people, right? And you selling front row tickets for $200 a piece, right? $200 a piece. We'll just say $200 a piece. It's maybe.
Hey, they did pretty good at Revolution with like in LA. That was like where the Lakers play, so I think they're doing pretty good.
But it didn't sell out.
It nearly did sell out.
It was 75% capacity. Look, man, I'm not going to sit here and look. Okay, if they're selling out so good, then why is All In still not selling well?
I said it nearly sold out. Not
okay, but hear me out. This stadium show they're putting on at All In. The reason why I have not bought tickets or even thought about buying tickets is the tickets aren't selling good. I'm waiting on the prices to drop, gentlemen. Once the prices start dropping, the ticket sales are going to go up.
Yeah, that's true. So they really need to just finally revamp this formula. They need to, what it is they need a writing team. They need a writing team.
Dude, I mean, honest to God, truthfully, what is the main storyline right now in AEW that people are tuning into? That's a major storyline.
Timeless?
Yes. Anything she touches turns to gold. Actually, fuck that. Platinum.
And also, let's see. There's
if
Megan.
You say Death Riders, I swear to God, I'm gonna mute you.
I said Megan Bain.
Well, that's different.
What did you say? What you're gonna mute me for?
Death Riders.
No, I ain't like. I think the Death Riders are getting boring.
It's stale. It's been boring.
Other than that, everything else.
Actually, that reminds me. I gotta buy my tickets for MLW.
Yes. Yes. And hey. When is that? That's in next month, ain't it?
Hold on. I'll tell you right now.
I heard Bischoff is kind of ruining it over there.
Where?
MLW.
Actually, I do. I gotta buy my GCW ticket to March 29th. This is a couple weeks.
You got 10 days.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I also been checking out the New Japan tournaments. So far, it's going pretty good.
So I have a question, Phil.
And here's the one. There's the one. I'm looking at the GCW. It just so happened. I'm looking at the card right now. The one match that's actually pissing me off. Effie versus Microman. Like, really? I'm at the best one so far that I'm seeing is Megan Bain versus Zadiah Steele. That looks like a good one.
She got released from WWE, I think.
Let me see.
Who did?
Zadiah Steele.
Jack Cartwheel versus Dante Leon.
All right, hold on. Time out right there. All right. Now, I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on timeout for a second.
Don't put him in timeout.
No, I'm not gonna mute him. But you just said an ID wrestler, a WWE ID wrestler, right? Jack Cartwheel. Did you hear that GCW is doing?
Yes, I'm not gonna watch that.
Doing what? Wait, hold on.
The WWE ID tournament. I'm not watching that.
All right, so WWE ID tournament is taking place over WrestleMania weekend, and it's 2 nights. And the first night is GCW. The second night is FSW, which is Future Stars of Wrestling in Las Vegas.
There's other events I can watch. I'm not going to watch that GC.
I'm going to ask you why.
It's WWE. That's why. They're trying to monopolize the independent companies.
So what, WWE's doing business with GCW?
No, I just think they're trying to monopolize. They want everything. That's all they do.
WWE is doing Evolve with ID wrestlers. WWE Evolve is ID wrestlers. And, well, the ID is independent development.
Okay.
They have 2-night tournament, and they're going to be putting out a WWE Independent Development title to whoever wins that championship over that tournament of those 2 days. Now, there has been a rumor to be either, I think, 12 or 24 people involved in these matches. And it's not just men, it's women too.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I really need to give less than a crap.
And I'm asking you, all right, hold on.
It just seems like WWE's just trying to monopolize the fucking independent system. Like they try to do independent Japan. They try to they want to monopolize everything. They want to control all wrestling. That's all they want to do.
All right. I'm gonna ask you a serious question, Phil. Are those gentlemen and women still working the independents?
What do you mean?
Are they still having actual matches on independent cards throughout the nation and across the world?
Yes, but
so how is it hurting the independent wrestling people?
I don't know. I get a bad feeling about it. I don't trust WWE.
This is how they get your trust, by not fucking over the independent people. GCW is the biggest independent wrestling company in the world. Yeah. They are Tech 9 of professional wrestling. Okay? That's the best way to put it. FSW, the only reason they're on to have the actual, in my opinion, the reason why they're hosting the second night of the tournament is because it's in Las Vegas, and Future Stars of Wrestling in Las Vegas is the closest they could get.
There was even like a Joshi pay-per-view I want to check out too during WrestleMania. There's a lot of women from Stardom and a lot of women from Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling going to be in there.
Come out. We're talking about something that you think is going to be ruined by WWE, and you choose not to watch it.
I don't
because it's WWE.
It's too much stuff to watch, actually, to tell you the truth.
But the thing I'm asking you is you watching, not watching because you think they're going to fuck over the independents, but how?
Look what they did over in Europe with NXT UK.
Did they fuck them up?
It ruined It ruined What Culture Pro Wrestling.
Who?
What Culture Pro Wrestling.
That was a gimmick-based promotion already. Yeah. That they knew if WWE wouldn't have put their money.
NXT UK ruined it, though.
Hold on. If WWE wouldn't have put the money into that company for them to have that little bitty spot over there in WWE NXT Europe, or I'm sorry, NXT UK, it would have folded 6 months earlier. Actually, a year earlier before even WWE got there. WWE promoted that company to get a lot of people to come into that company, and then WWE changed the brand of it. Clink NXT UK. And then it opened up a lot of people to a lot of their talent. JD McDonough, Trent Seven, Tyler Bate,
Tommy End.
Well, Tommy End was that's a whole different
person. Black. Yeah.
Well, that was a whole.
That's where he came through. He came through the NXT UK first.
He came from Progress actually at first, and also WXW, I think.
Yeah, West but wherever he went over there for one match, but he didn't go over there and stay. Mm-hmm. He was already NXT before NXT UK was founded. But
I actually, Country put this up as AEW needs an on-screen commissioner. Honestly, I agree. It does.
But who's going to be it? Christopher Daniels?
No. Let's see. You got.
I mean, who are they going to get to run it? Then that's the question I have to ask. Like, who they gonna get to run it? Taz?
I wouldn't mind. I actually wouldn't mind seeing him do a big show in Mexico with CMLL and everything. AEW. That would be pretty badass.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. But now,
I would
if
pay to see that.
if they're doing an on-screen commissioner, who's the commissioner? Big Show?
No. Well,
you gotta have somebody, man. Give me a name.
Who would make a good on-screen?
You want my personal opinion? Nobody. Actually, there is a person, but they need to be disassociated with their family, and that'd be Don Callis. But he would have to give up his family to do it. And I don't think he could do that.
And he would have to tone down his heel.
Dude, he no.
No, there's no way of tone down his heel.
No. Don Callis is the ultimate jackass heel, dude. Like he is the ultimate fuck you heel.
Or the TNT censors board.
Callis is the perfect pick. He really is. But the family though, man, the family may be mid card, but some of that talent is not mid card. Lance Archer is not mid card.
No.
Brian Cage is not mid card. Takeshita is not mid card.
No, he's not. No.
Fletcher is not mid card. And to be honest, what they should do is make Fletcher and Davis a tag team. It'll get a lot. It'll be way over better. I mean, dude. I mean, it would soar. It'd go freaking better than the shit they got going on. But Brian Cage is stuck in the mid card in AEW, but in TNA he was their TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah.
No.
You know what? You're speaking a language I like right now. There is a person out there that I think would do it very well. And he is an advocate. Well, not really an advocate of AEW, but he would, I think, do it perfect. And y'all are going to hate me for saying it because he's been on WWE television. But I don't know. I don't even know if he has a Legends contract or not. And it's Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, he's got a Legends contract.
Well, then never mind. There goes that. That's fucked.
Fuck.
But, that would be a great one, dude. What about this one, playa? Teddy Long.
He's getting kind of old.
He's got a Legends contract, too.
Yeah. But, I mean, dude, there's so many good people that you would – oh.
Sting.
Just thought of it. Nah, just thought of it. Paul Ellering.
Yeah.
Well, he actually is going to be working. He's actually going to be working in after his 30, 90 minutes. He wants to go work with Tony Khan to be closer with his daughter.
That's been rumored.
Right.
Don't know if that's true, but that has been rumored. But why not have him as if you really think you're on-screen commissioner, and you know what, he could carry the papers like he did in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
he had the Road Warriors, man. And
where's the evil? Whatever happened to Evil Uno? Where's he at?
He's been doing like a lot of
Ring of Honor.
Huh?
He's in Ring of Honor.
Oh, he's Ring of Honor. Okay.
Yeah, he's over there with the Righteous, man. They've been having a weird ass feud between them and Dutch and Benson, which is weird as fuck.
I like weird in a funny way.
It's just weird, man. And
Vincent and Dutch are weird.
Well, Benson and Dutch are more like a Bray Wyatt type of clique thing, man. They're like Waylon Mercy. They have that cult gimmick, man, and then you have Evil Uno that also has a cult following with the Dark Order, and it's like my cult's better than your cult because I say so. If you want to
basically who has the bigger dick contest,
the Dark Order, if you remember, like in Lovecraftian folklore,
Oh yeah.
That seemed like that the Dark Order is something to do with the what is it, the ancient one
With Cthulhu,
Yeah.
I actually have that same action figure.
So that's my thing on that whole aspect is you got Cthulhu versus a cult. I think Cthulhu wins hands down.
With like a snake charmer cult.
All right. Well, let's get that down to the last match of the night on what was it, AEW? It was
Chris Statlander
Chris
and
Statlander versus Megan Bain.
Guys,
Which
I'm probably gonna have to be after we get this. I'm probably gonna have to call it after this, man, because I'm not feeling well.
all right, but great match, very great match. I was very impressed.
I agree. Jeff
And,
Jarrett would be great for that role.
but he's still got a year contract. But we'll get back to that. Continue, Josh.
Yeah. I was very impressed with Megan Bain and Chris Statlander performed tonight. Two big women in that company.
Two hot Amazon women. Oof.
Snoot each other.
That was
And
the best main event.
But
ever.
the best of this match, by far, Tony Storm doing commentary was just ripping the entire commentary team to shreds.
If anything, what's saving AEW is Tony Storm.
I mean,
Has the duplex. What is she called? The duplex. The duplex guy or whatever it is. Like, yeah, he sells duplexes. You know that. He's like, no, I'm the duplex.
She told Tony Schiavone, he's like, the only action he got was like what he paid for $49.99 in his hotel room. I'm like, damn, that was harsh.
You know, honestly, I think if Nigel McGuinness would have been there, it would have been a little bit better.
Oh yeah,
dude, that could be a great commissioner.
But,
Nigel McGuinness.
Nigel McGuinness? Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, he's the most dude, yeah. Nigel. 100% Nigel. I mean, because think about it. He can talk. He's great. People love him. Even when he is an asshole, people still love him because it's the British accent. He can get away with murder. And on top of everything else, he hates Bryan Danielson.
And Jarrett can still take a bump.
So can Nigel if you just ignore the fact that he has
Hep.
Yeah, Hep 2. Hep B or whatever it is. Nigel can run Collision. I think Nigel will do better running Dynamite and Jarrett can run Collision.
Jericho?
No, Jarrett.
Hey, guys.
Speaking of Jericho, what do y'all feel about that whole basically defacing a luchador?
I love it.
It's been done many times in the past. I mean, hell.
Does it remind you of
his like fourth mask he collected?
Does it remind you of WCW?
Yeah, it does. Because remember, he did the same thing with Hoovy back in WCW. I remember that now.
He took Ray Ray's mask, didn't it?
Yeah. No, he took
Nash,
Hoovy's mask. Nash took Ray's mask.
Yeah, and
so Jericho took Hoovy's, right?
Nash took Ray Ray's, and he took the other one,
Psychosis.
Yeah, Psychosis. Yeah,
he took Psychosis. No.
Yeah. The only one that Jericho took was Hoovy's, and yeah, it was sad. No, because that would be too terrible, man. Edge and Christian are great as heels or as faces or whatever. And our father, who art thou in wrestling, hallowed be thy name. Christian is an amazing wrestler.
But he is a great wrestler, but he's not my father.
I said your father in wrestling, Phil. Our father in wrestling. I ain't saying our father as in our actual father or the Jesus or whatever.
I was about to say
our father in wrestling.
When it
Dude,
was
how can someone so hated be so loved at a pay-per-view?
I respect Christian what he said. He's a great wrestler.
No. Hear me out, though. Did y'all not hear the cheers when that man came down at Revolution trailing that fucking contract? Did y'all not hear the adoration and the fans cheering his name, shouting his name?
Honestly, they should have put the belt on him. They should have had him win,
dude.
It's with that, just for the pure fact for him getting choked out and is barely just touching Cope. He should have got the. They should have got the pin right there.
Well, anyways, guys, it's been real. I gotta get. I'm getting sleepy and everything. You guys have a good night. If you guys, you're doing life wrong if you're not watching Ringside Rants.
All right, Phil. Night.
Good night, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be on next week.
Oh, you're good.
All right.
Later, guys.
Later. Well, there goes Phil, because we were about to talk WWE. I guess.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, the Tony, the last match, Tony Storm, great match. Or Megan Bayne, actually, when I was talking about Megan Bayne and Statlander, that was a great match, and it's like just two big women just going at it.
Who took the win? Almost called you Phil. I'm sorry, Josh. Who took the win, Josh?
Insulting.
Sorry. Who
took
the win?
In my beard. Was it Megan Bayne? Megan Bayne took the match.
The Megasis. Do you think they're actually going to try to put the title on her, or do you think it's too soon?
I think it's just a little bit too soon. We need some more promo work out of her. Tony Storm does too well on the mic and everything to take to take the title off her so soon, and two is like Megan Bayne needs to start working on some promos and everything, because you can't be a champion and not talk.
You can. I mean, look at
unless Brock Lesnar but he had a mouthpiece.
But what about Benoit? Benoit did it.
But he could cut a promo. As good as it was.
Benoit is not a talker, brother. Me and Kelly were talking about this. All right, when you think of goats and you think of wrestlers, who was a number one goat? Like, if you look at it and you think of a greatest of all time person.
Of wrestlers?
Yeah.
Out of in history?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, you can't really just pick one.
No. Just name one that, like, you're like, man, this dude right here was a great wrestler.
Flair.
Yep.
Flair.
Because he could talk and he could fucking go in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, well, what about Stone Cold and Rock? They are not goats. They're great at what they did. Their 5 or 6 moves they did were fucking fantastic. But you tuned in to hear what the fuck they were going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho is a goat.
Yeah.
He can talk and he can wrestle. Shawn Michaels
reinvent himself
over and over.
And was it what 4 times in this one company?
Yeah. And then on top of that, man, here goes an underrated one, an underrated goat, Matt Hardy. Think about it. You don't have to have a title to be a goat.
For what he's done as a tag team,
he was TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
I think he self-destructed his career too much.
I don't think Matt Hardy self-destructed his career. His brother self-destructed his career.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hogan could do all the moves. Hogan had the greatest move of all time, the leg drop. And I will say this, as entertaining as people hate him, if he would have never came to WWF at the time he did, and they put on that pay-per-view the way they put it on, there wouldn't be wrestling like it is today. We would still have independence everywhere. We'd still have territories probably to this day. Mm-hmm. He revolutionized wrestling to the masses.
I know, but can't take it away from him. At the same time, I think Vince held him back because he was so much better in Japan.
Oh yeah. Well, the reason why. How many times was Hogan injured in WWF?
I'm not sure.
Never. No. The first time he ever got injured, I think it was around WrestleMania 8, WrestleMania 9, and then he was like, "Brother, I need to take some time off." I think it was around that time. He was the brother. I need to take some time off. And he was like, "Cool, take as much time as you needed." Then he told Vince, "Hey man, I went out of my contract. Cool, we'll let you go." And then in 1995, he showed up in WCW. Now, from 92 to 95, 3 years off, we never hear no hide no hair of Hulk Hogan being anywhere. True story. And the cool thing about that was Hogan got injured one time in WWF. In WCW, how many times do you ever see him get injured? Like, legitimately injured.
That's because he barely wrestled.
If you keep... dude, think about this. The Rock and Stone Cold. The Stone Cold, whenever he showed up in WWF, whenever he showed up as the ringmaster, he was wrestling his ass off. Mm-hmm. He got hurt.
Owen, yeah, that match with Owen.
He got hurt, and then it became, well, he turned into Stone Cold before then, yeah, but he was already Stone Cold. And Vince was like, "You're a cash cow. You don't need to do all the moves. You need to talk more, wrestle less. We're going to give you a lot of money." And The Rock, same way. When have you ever heard The Rock was injured? Kayfabe all the time because, The Rock was injured and, that's the way it was. You never seen Rocky rolling around in a wheelchair. You never seen Rocky you've seen him wearing a neck brace, kayfabe in it, but you never seen The Rock legitimately get injured in the ring. Because if you have that type of mentality, like, I'm going to tell you another one, and this is the guys on the street. MJF is on the way to being a GOAT. He can wrestle, and he can fucking talk his ass off. And if Tony Khan was smart, he'd let him talk more, wrestle less. And that's what he's been doing. He's talking, wrestling pay-per-views, 1 or 2 matches on Dynamite or Collision. Mm-hmm. Smart. You know why it's smart? Because people tune into that shit. People are like, "Oh, I take notice." If you just have him do all these matches like Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy and all these other people that you just, oh, that'd be great. Will Ospreay, for example. Will Ospreay is a GOAT. But if you take away some of those crazy matches that he's doing and give him just a microphone, because the motherfucker can talk his ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Give him a microphone. Let him wrestle like MJF. You had like 6 or 7 of those people. Yeah. Flair was an awful babyface. I will agree with that. But Flair, in general, man, the big feud with Dusty Rhodes, the big feud with Harley Race, the big feud with Ricky Steamboat, and Sting, all those feuds he had in WCW NWA days. Dude, if you think about it, Flair was wrestling 6-7 times a night. Oh, not a night, but a week. Putting on those matches. He is legitimately one of the baddest motherfuckers alive to do that shit. Because nowadays, you can't do that. Hell, you got these guys out there doing all these athletic moves and all these crazy high-flying moves. And even big guys like Damian Priest doing top rope shit and diving over the top of turnbuckles and shit. Crazy spots.
Yeah.
You didn't ever see that shit in the 80s or the 70s. You seen that shit in maybe every now and again in the 90s, in the beginning of it.
And the only way you got to see stuff like that is either Japan or Mexico.
And then ECW came along and said, hey, we can make money doing this.
Yeah.
And they did, and WCW is like, we want to steal that. And we want to call it the Cruiserweight division. And ECW was like, that's fucked. Okay, cool. Then we'll invest in the tag team division. And everything that WCW was doing, ECW was changing the game, man. Oh, they're going to do cruiserweights. Cool, still our cruiserweights. We'll invest in tag teams. Oh, because nobody on the face of the earth had a tag team division like ECW. Nobody. However, can you put Sabu and RVD in a tag team? Tommy Dreamer and fucking franchise Shane Douglas in a tag team. Tommy Dreamer and Raven. Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman.
It was more or less at the end, Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman together.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
The Dudley Boys, Amish Roadkill and Danny Doring, the FBI.
Chicken.
I love me some Amish chicken plucker, dude. I love that guy. And I mean,
the best thing is when me and Country here, we went to see ECW and Gary, and the crowd was like, Roadkill was on the ropes, and it's like they were just shouting to him, "You fuck sheep, you fuck sheep." He's like, calm down, and he's like, just turn his head, is like, yeah.
Because I mean, dude, Roadkill was that guy, man. Like he was.
Whatever happened to him? Did he passed away, right?
I don't think so. I think Roadkill's still living, man. You know what? I'm fixing to Google this real quick.
ECW Roadkill.
Mike DiPoli is a professional wrestler who started with the ECW and later worked for WWE, OVW developmental territory. At the end of the ECW, Roadkill continued to work on the independent circuit. He's retired.
Oh, okay. So he's still alive. Okay.
He was born in 1976.
Roadkill.
Yep. He is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that motherfucker is just a year younger than me?
Yeah. Guess who he was trained by? You're going to love this. Taz, Saturn, and the House of Hardcore, which is Tommy Dreamer.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's some names, dude.
Shit, 3 people. Wow.
I mean, like I said about the tag team division, the best tag team they had was the Impact players, Lance Storm and Justin Incredible. And Justin Incredible, he's not just the baddest. He's not just the coolest. He's just incredible.
Oh, hell yeah. That was a good tag team. Yeah, he's still, well, he's not wrestling anymore, but I think he does like shows in it, or like autograph shows.
He still wrestles, dude.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You know, he was Aldo Montoya in the WWF.
Yeah, I know that.
The Portuguese Man of War.
Actually, Country gets like the old card game, old WWF card game, and it has Aldo Montoya on it.
Yeah, he was an undefeated streak from 97 to 99. He debuted in ECW as PG 187. I remember that. PG 187, which basically means murder.
All right. Well, let's get to some WWE talk here. So, what did you think of John Cena's promo on this Monday's Raw?
I wouldn't call that a promo, man. I mean, I think it's just truth. I think it's the truth.
As CM Punk said, it is like basically John Cena was all these years been selling bullshit. So
and that's what it felt like.
I liked it so much. He even says, "You may be even a part of an invisible joke."
And the funny thing was, he said, "Oh, y'all want new music? No. Want new shirts? No. You want a new attire? No. You're still going to get me, but you're not getting nothing in return. Because you always want something. I give you the heel turn. I'm not a face. Boo. I'm not a heel. Boo. I'm John Cena." Dude, when he said that, dude, I was like, wow. Because the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Council, whatever the committee, whoever, John Cena's going to turn heels and give us what we want. Yes, Thugonomics is back.
No, we're not getting Thugonomics.
No, we're getting bitter, old, fed up John Cena. We're getting this shit that he was like, fuck, I'm glad that's over with, John Cena. All the kissing babies and shaking hands. I'm tired of doing this shit, John Cena.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's like it's weird for him all these years to be doing that, all the charities and all that. But in personal life, he said he never wanted kids.
He never does.
I'm like, wow.
That's why him and Nikki didn't end up together. He didn't want kids. Because he said, and I have to agree with him, dude. I mean, think about it. Think long, hard about it. Why would you want to bring a kid in this world? Look where you're at, dude. Their kids are afraid to go outside. I don't know about up there where you're from. Down here where I'm from, in the 80s and 90s, shit, you're outside until the lights come on, bud.
Yeah, oh yeah, same here. Same here.
Talk to a parent today. Well, my kid stays inside and plays video games and talks to their friends on television or on the phone or on the games. They're having the nights he comes over? They have friends come over?
No, the first date's over. I'm like, wait, what?
They don't even know what a sleepover is, dude. They don't know how to spend the night nowhere. All they know is crank that Red Bull and play that video game. Or, let me phrase that. Crank that Prime Energy drink and play that video game.
Favorite wrestler, Logan Paul.
Fuck that.
Anyways,
but
no,
I mean,
I really dug the way this fucking he just let out 20 years of frustration. So
25 years.
25 years. Then I like how Cody came out and just said, "I don't want you, I want him.
I want John Cena.
I want that John Cena.
I don't want this whiny bitch." But Cody Rhodes. That shit was hilarious, man. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Honestly, the overseas SmackDown and the Raw that they had, shit, man, the fucking crowds. Wow.
They sing, dude. Because, I mean, I'm going to tell you, and most of the American fans don't understand. they're not what you call a casual wrestling fan, dude. They're hooligans, my man. They are hooligans. Those are the motherfuckers that show up for every single game for their team. They're either it's the United or it's the PSG or it's the Man Caps or it's the over in Spain or Brussels, even Belgium. I mean, dude, they show up, they show out, and they're all about that shit. And that's why they sing. That's why they chant. They have a chant for every wrestler. They have a chant for every person, except for Karrion Kross. Everybody got everything. Karrion Kross come on television, you get silent. AJ Styles got people chanting his name and singing. Seth Rollins had people singing his music. The women had people singing their music and chanting them on in the ring. John Cena had people telling him to fuck you, Cena, and everything else, to shut the fuck up. And then Cody had people chanting Cody Rhodes. I mean, dude, you had all that shit. And then Karrion Kross comes on your television set, and the whole crowd went.
Yeah.
As soon as he was off the television set, it went wild again.
Yeah. Honestly, like I said, I can't. I'm sorry, man. Vince killed Karrion Kross.
And the international crowds will tell you who is over and who is not.
Yeah. No one cares about your stupid waffles.
Wow. Man, John Cena, though, man, he even told the fans that the ones wearing his clothes, you think you're better because you support me? What have you done for me? You haven't done nothing for me. You don't really believe in what I believe in. You don't even know what I am. You just bought the merch because you think I'm a good wrestler or because you like what I say. You don't know me. I was like, we just got fucking real. We got real as fuck.
Like, I never cared for any of you kids. I hate kids. Oh, if he would have said that.
Dude, I think it went through the roof, bro. I think it would have went a whole nother level. But man, dude, in my personal opinion, Cody should have attacked him. Cody should have attacked John Cena. That's what everybody was wanting. That's what everybody was hoping for. That's what should have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And when it didn't happen, everybody's like, what the fuck? Oh, you're just a whiny bitch.
Yeah.
But did you see they chanted Cody Rhodes all the way back till he was gone? Then as soon as John Cena reached to pick up the microphone, boo, started coming in heavy. And then he just drops the microphone and they started going, na 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 na. I was like, dear God, dude. How else can you get over, bro? How else can you get over? And then Michael Cole even tries to sell it even more about, I can't believe John Cena, blah, blah, blah. And I love Corey Graves. Corey Graves is awesome. Mm-hmm. He said it's truth. I mean, think about it. 25 years of being frustrated and not being able to tell your side of the things, and now you sell out. Now you're part of the final boss's final plan. Yeah. Hell yeah. Go for it. I'm with it. And drop the pen down. I agree with Corey Graves.
Oh, shoot.
But speaking of crazy things, though, last week I didn't get a chance to talk about the fucking New South tournament, really, because everything was so boom round over. But did you see the video I sent you of Odinson pouncing that poor kid across the ring?
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I wish you had a way to show that.
God almighty, dude. Dude, that whole tournament was phenomenal, man.
Like, whee!
Whee! it was really, really cool, man. The whole tournament was really phenomenal. And I will always say this, even to his face, Dump is a great guy, man. He's probably one of the most realist people you'll ever meet in your life, and to call him a friend, I mean, literally call him a friend. It means something to me.
Now he's the promoter.
He's the owner.
Owner.
He's half owner, I think, of New South Wrestling. Yeah.
Just try to get him on here, man. Try to get him on for a show.
I will after I'm pardoned. I will.
Oh.
I will. I don't want him to be associated with that at all. Period. I don't.
Okay.
I wouldn't, and that's the reason why I have not really tried to go after and get more famous wrestlers, because of that reason. And when I do become pardoned, I will seek people out. I will talk to people. But that's in the future. But I've never wanted something so bad in my life to get this over with. But you take a step back and you take 2 steps forward. I always say, this is a small step back, and I'm taking 2 huge steps forward soon. But no, that company. Well, you seen how big the belt is, dude. I would love to buy a belt, like a replica belt of that. That's one of the belts I would buy a replica of, legit.
Should ask him, like, where the heck did you get that made? Where can I have a copy made?
Well, believe it or not, the guy that was sitting in the front row had one of the old belts. The old belt is bigger than the new belt.
Damn.
Yeah, the new belt is huge, but the older belt was bigger. And I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like, that's a big belt.
I bet.
That's a monstrous belt. I try to take pictures of it and everything, dude. I want a picture of that belt. That's what I want. I want an actual picture with me holding that belt. I agree, bro. I agree. I would never take this belt in public. It is the most prestigious belt, other than it's probably one of the most prestigious indie belts out there, in my opinion. The GCW heavyweight title is very, very, very prestigious, but so is the New South title. And I know that sounds crazy, but New South is killing it. And coming up this next month, they have Jonathan Gresham on the card again. And have Gresham back-to-back months. That's insane, dude. That's insane.
How long before we see him in WWE?
I don't know, man. I really don't think he will go. That don't fit him well, man. If it's Jordan, yeah, but I don't think it fits the Octopus. He loves to train people too much, man. He loves putting on shows. But dude, believe it or not, he is a small guy. I guess you would call him small, but he reminds me of a more serious version of Chad Gable. Speaking of Chad Gable, how do you like the Patriot Luchador?
Oh Lord,
dude! But he was doing lucha.
I don't know if you saw the vignette of him trying to get the luchador mask. Was it me, or was that the guy from a Lucha Underground that gave him the mask?
I think it was Lucha Underground.
You know what I'm talking about? The old man, whoever. I watched only a couple episodes of Lucha Underground. I wish I would have followed it better, but I do remember some creepy old man from Lucha Underground, and I could have sworn I was like. That when I saw him got the mask and everything, I was like, ain't that the guy?
Well, you do know WWE is trying to buy the library Lucha Underground.
Oh, good God! Who owns the rights? It'd be El Rey, ain't it? The El Rey network was producing it, and oh, good God, what is that director's name that owns it? Robert Rodriguez. There you go. Don't he own all the rights to that?
But I think they can buy it. They have the money.
I don't see why not. Heck, is even El Rey Network even on the air anymore? So, okay. So,
you know what? I'm gonna Google something. You got me in the mood to Google.
There you go. Because the El Rey Network was the producers of the Lucha Underground. Great show. I remember the couple episodes I watched. It was a great show all the time. No, they should do is have have Penta walking in the backstage and have Chelsea Green run up to him and just get scared and run away.
The people who own the Lucha Underground rights and library is known as the United Artists Media Group. It's run by Mark Burnett. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I mean, they must be working on a deal because they a couple of times they did mention Lucha Underground on the air. I'm like, which kind of surprised me is like they're mentioning companies now.
Mm-hmm. They even mentioned NJPW. Right here it says the unique era of 2025 has already seen major shifts in the wrestling world, and one of the latest rumors suggests that TKO Corporation, the umbrella company behind WWE and UFC, purchased the rights to Lucha Underground.
Oh, so they already got it.
The report, which originated from a now debunked Twitter post from a fake WrestleBoats account, claimed that WWE had acquired the brand with potential plans for a revival. However, Sean Ross Sapp quickly refuted the story, claiming that no such deal took place.
Oh, okay.
And I'm reading. But yeah, what it is, it says that Lucha Underground, the business model, the goal of most companies in the wrestling industry is to produce a product good enough to get TV rights fees. Would use the TV rights fees to offset the cost of production and make money on house shows, pay-per-views, and merchandise. But this is not most wrestling companies. In fact, I'm not entirely sure it even is a wrestling company.
What he said, the best short wrestler who I believe could whoop some ass was Taz. Taz was a believer as a killer due to his submission style. Gresham is shorter than his wife. Honestly, back in the day, I would have agreed with you, but nowadays, you hear so many wrestlers from the back then that said that Taz's gimmick was just full of shit. Even Paul Heyman says, "Look, we made the shortest guy on the wrestler believe that make everybody believe that he was an unbeatable killer."
Yeah,
even Paul Heyman will quote that. Now Gresham, even if he is a small guy, he'll work you,
dude. The holds he'll put you in and make you cry.
Yeah.
The octopus hold, the dude. Just I watched him stretch Richard Holiday in a match, man. Richard Holiday's 6 foot something, man. 6'4", 6'5". Richard Holiday looks like he shouldn't be a wrestler. He looks like a tax accountant. True story. This isn't going to count it. I don't know if I said this last week, but we stayed in the same hotel as the wrestlers did. I didn't even know we were staying there with the wrestlers. Didn't care. But at Richard Holiday, we seen him the next morning while we were eating breakfast. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" I didn't never offer to get an autograph or anything. He just assumed, I guess, thought I was wanting an autograph. He walked right back up to his room. I'm like, "Dude, I'm not going to hound you. That is not my intention."
I'll meet you at the event. I'll get a signature there.
Mm-hmm. I'm not that type of person, man. I've never been. And Cheeseburger, I opened the door for Cheeseburger, and he was getting like the key because him and Alec Price, I guess, shared the room. And he was giving the key to the front desk and saying, "Hey, can you give this to the guy to come in? His name is Alec. He's my roommate." And I looked at him and said, "Hey, man, have a good night." He's like, "Oh, man, you too." I didn't ask for an autograph. I didn't ask for anything, dude. I mean, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them were. Odinson was there. Who else did I see there? We've seen Odinson. We've seen Cheeseburger. We've seen Richard Holiday. We've seen a couple other people too, man. But again, I didn't try to get autographs. All the regular New South people, they live in the area, so hour one way or hour the other way or 2 hours tops, they're going home. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was the main. I think Jonathan Gresham went home too because he wasn't on the card Saturday night. So he left. You know, like he drove in from Atlanta, went back to Atlanta. So I mean, literally, it's like an hour and a half away from Atlanta, maybe 2. So, but New South was an amazing show, man, and I can't wait for next year. And I will hopefully they'll come a little bit closer sometime this year, and I get to go see them again because dude, that was fun, man.
Shoot, you would you guys need to come up here, man. Like every month there's a wrestling event.
Oh, I know. I know.
I can't. It's like it's hard to keep up. Like I said, I'm gonna be getting my tickets for the MLW event that's coming up. That's also partnered with CMLL. So Matt Riddle's gonna be there. I finally got his Funko Pop. I'm gonna get that signed.
Hell yeah.
GCW is at the end of this month, so I'm gonna do my finances, see if I can pick up a ticket. Go see that.
You got 10 days. You got 10 days.
10 days. Hopefully, I'm not gonna get a ringside seat. I'm probably just gonna get a balcony seat and it'd be me myself. Go with my 3 best friends, me, myself, and I.
Oh, dude, you don't ever go to other events with other people? You go by yourself?
I mean, I do, but you know, I'd rather not talk about that publicly right now. It's just,
I got you.
Yeah, I talked to you about the reason why I do that off the air because it's just,
You're good.
Good. So
you're good.
But but what the CML one, it'd be probably me and my brother going to that one. So.
Let me know when that is, man, because I might be able to get a ticket for myself. You know,
the CML. Oh yeah, when is it? Forgot to look that up. I got that. Like I said, I got distracted right when I pull up on Facebook. Here's the GCW event. You know.
Yeah.
What was it? MLW.
Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp is a total pussy. Fuck that guy.
God dang it! When is? I know it's in April.
Google is our best friend.
Here, you know what? That's a good idea. Get out of this. MLW Chicago,
May 11th.
May 10th.
It's this Saturday, May 11th.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, here it is. May 11th. There we go.
Wait, that's 2019. What the fuck?
No, yeah, no, that's right. Oh no, that's 2024. Hold on. Yeah, that's the wrong one.
May 10th. May 10th. May 10th. Yep. Is our tickets available yet?
Oh yeah, it's already. Let's see. Get tickets. I'm gonna look to see what they got offered here.
First row is sold out. Second row is sold out. Third row is sold out. Damn.
Then you get general admission. That's probably what I'm gonna get. I'm just gonna get the bleacher seats.
$10. Or fourth row and higher is 25.
I don't know.
Bleacher, you probably can see better, and be honest with you.
Yeah. When I went to Warrior Wrestling, I always I bought a bleacher seat for that, and I got an amazing view of everything. Because it's like sometimes it's like everybody's like, oh, let's get floor seats. I'm like, sometimes you get that fourth, fifth, sixth row, and it's like it's not a good view. All you can see is maybe like the top of the mat, and that's it.
Yeah, you're there at the Cicero Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, Cicero is kind of like
it looks like it's right there in little Mexico.
Pretty much.
Because you got La Cathedral Cafe, Little Village. So then you have the National Museum of Mexican Art. I mean, you got basically, yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's got to be Little Mexico. What about the Chicago Theater? Is that a pretty good venue?
Chicago Theater, that's in downtown.
Is that a pretty good venue?
I mean, you get to see plays, comedy acts.
Oh, it ain't like an actual.
Yeah, it's an actual theater.
Oh, okay.
Never been there before, so too little bit too rich when you start going downtown.
The McKinley Park is right around the corner too, from the Cicero.
Uh-huh.
That's where
when you start going to Cicero, that's you start getting kind of hoodish.
Well, I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, that's in the hood, man, because you're right there in Mexico town. Because you got Little Village, the Lila Park, and then you got the intermodal facility. You got Walmart over there, Sam's Club, and you got a Costco and a Target.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you ain't got
that's
too
typical.
much.
That's typical for us. That's typical hood stuff right there. You know,
Garfield Park. How far is? I mean, is that bad too?
I don't know. Let's see. Fourth row. That fourth row is not bad. $25. But then again, bleacher seats, general admission, $10. So
this is over here by Southside, ain't it?
Cicero.
Yeah.
Cicero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little south. Yeah, a little south of Chicago. So.
Yeah. Yeah, because Archer Heights is over there. I know that's Southside.
The best part is like they don't have a mayor. They call him the president.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like an old female mayor slash president nominated herself that because she couldn't reach a higher status. So,
Man, this right here, you had to explain this to me though, homie. How come
Okay.
y'all have a Southern Comforts Cafe? Y'all ain't in the South.
say what now?
I'm looking at this place. It's right here by the Wintrust Sports Complex. It's right here by Ford City Mall. It's called Chuck's Southern Comforts Cafe.
Was that in downtown?
I have no idea.
Well, if it's by the Wintrust Arena, that's downtown. That's downtown Chicago. So,
Well, I was trying to find.
damn! I should have mentioned this to Phil at C2E2. A lot of New Japan stars are going to be there.
Yeah.
I just saw that list.
So yeah, Cicero, you come down Highway 50, cross under 55, and then right there, right by Burbank, you can make a left and or make a right. I assume, and then you'll run right into Chuck's Southern Comfort Cafe. It's a barbecue joint.
Sounds good.
Taco Zotlin Restaurant. Yeah, let's say that name 3 times fast. Mexican restaurant. No kidding. By Sherman Park. Get out of here. So the heart of Chicago is basically little Mexico.
The heart of Chicago? Yeah.
Close.
Close.
I mean, it's right there, National Museum of Mexican Art. I mean, it's right there in it.
Well, you're talking about Cicero, right?
Well, Cicero's on the other side, man. It's over there by Hacienda Calavera.
Mm-hmm.
They open at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Hacienda does. Hacienda Cavalera. Can I see their menu? Oh, get out of here. I can see their menu. Get the fuck out of here. The Hacienda Calavera. All right. Do they have empanadas, bro? Get out of here.
Yeah, so I'm looking
Man,
at the C2E lineup. Colt Cabana is going to be there.
Of course.
Chicago native. Danhausen.
Of course.
David Finley.
That's cool.
Need to bring out his old man.
Lost 3 Husta Echoes. Grilled skirt steak, shrimp, and octopus. Topped with tuna cherry sauce. Served with roasted cactus, jalapeno, chambray, onion.
Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd's going to be there.
That's cool.
Hishiro Tanahashi is going to be there. The owner, he's the owner of New Japan, right?
Yeah. Tanahashi, he's not the owner, he's the president.
President.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Jack Tunney type of thing.
Kinda. Bro. Dude, if I come up there, this is where we gotta go eat at, homie. I'm gonna show you this. I want to eat here now.
Okay.
Look at this. That's a dessert. Shit. That's a dessert, bro. Tell me you don't want that.
I'll try it.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man, look at that food, man.
Chris Statlander, Konosuke Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher.
Wow.
Fuck, who else? Ooh, Mina Shirakawa. Ooh, I should meet her and just make Phil jealous.
Mina's gonna be there.
Yeah.
All right. So when I come up there, dude, we're eating there, right?
Fuck yeah. We'll good. I'm down for a road trip.
That ain't a road trip, man. That's like right there by Cicero. Literally. I kid you not.
You got to realize Cicero for me is a good 45-hour away.
That's not a road trip, man. A road trip. See, that's like going across the bay for me.
Okay.
Like
With traffic, yes, that is considered a fucking road trip right there.
Okay, traffic is a bitch up there.
Yeah, traffic's a bit. Well, at certain times. Ooh, Peter Weller. Peter Weller's going to be at C2E2. RoboCop.
When is C2E2? When is C2E2?
April 11th through the 13th. Rocky Romero is going to be there. Hell, you want to meet the whole entire cast of Starship Troopers? They're going to be there.
Oh, dear Jesus. Oh, dear
Fuck
Jesus.
yeah, Michael Ironside. Fuck yeah. I'll meet him. Meet him again. There's actually a lot of people this year. Sky Blue is going to be there. Obviously, Chicago. Svengoolie.
I like Swinguli. Trump releases classified JFK files on assassination. Tomahawk Professional Wrestler. Oh, Tomahawk Professional Wrestling brings in famous WWE guy.
Naito's going to be there. Tetsuya Naito. I'll pay to meet him. The Outrunners are going to be there.
Dude, I love me some Outrunners, man.
Hell yeah. Ooh, Timothy Zahn. Gonna be there. He's basically the one that has created the lore behind Star Wars. That blue guy. Fuck. What is his name?
What blue guy?
Oh, the main bad villain. Grand Admiral Thrawn. There you go.
Want to hear something crazy?
Ooh, Willow Nightingale's going to be there. Zack Sabre Jr.
Scotty Too Hottie is going to be in Texas.
For?
Tomahawk Professional Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Yeah, there's actually really a lot of people going to be at C2E2, man. I think I'm gonna buy my tickets tonight for that MLW. I was get some.
You need to buy your ticket to go to C2E2. It looks like.
Yeah, that too, man. I might have to get a 3-day pass because I want to go. Because there's a couple of wrestlers on a Friday I want to meet. And a couple of wrestlers I want to meet on Saturday. Definitely I want to meet. I would like to meet Mina. I would like to meet Hiroshi Tanahashi. I would like to meet him.
Now, I do have a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the WWE 2K25?
You know what? No. I really don't buy wrestling games. I bought the AEW game out of the hype. And the only other wrestling game I own is
TNA?
Actually I do own that. 2K I think the last one I bought was like 2K13. That's because it had Punk on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I mean, honestly, with all the wrestlers that's going to be in it, I'm like, shit. Actually, shit, they got a couple of the Hobbits going to be up there. Denise Richards.
Denise Richards from what's we call it?
Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Wild Things.
Yeah, Wild Things.
Oh yeah, that is Wild Things. Yeah, there's a lot. There's David Finley would be a good one to meet.
Yeah, David Finley would be a good one. Hacienda Calavera, Latin American cuisine.
Boom, boom, Colt Cabana. Boom, boom.
How do you feel about them signing the Big Boom AJ and all that? Big Justice and all that?
I mean, is he actually signed or is this like just
Yeah, he signed. Or they all three signed.
Well, if Logan Paul could do it, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Ooh, Casper Van Dien. Damn, there's a lot. Dude, man, you need to come up for C2E2, man. Shit.
Business hours are only 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. though, man. Tuesday, Wednesdays 5 to 10, Thursdays 5 to 10, Fridays 5 to midnight, Saturdays 1 p.m. to midnight. Bar open until 3 a.m. Jesus. And Sunday is 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Dude, they're not open very long hours here either.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Huh. That's bookmarked. But man, I don't think we have much to talk about.
Yeah, I think we have. So we got some wrestlers going to
everywhere.
Let's see, do we got any more comments? Nope. We're all out of comments. So, well, Phil already did one on the way out.
Well, I mean, but yeah, way ahead. Time jump Phil.
Yeah.
If you're not listening to Ringside Rants, you're doing life wrong, people.
You're doing life wrong.
Yeah, and you're not just food for your food to eat on, man, and food to suckle your, to make your stomach happy. We're also
food for the ears, baby.
Fucking right, man. And people, be good to one another. And for people who travel every single day to and from work, if you see a person in the middle lane trying to get over and you know they're trying to get over, and the other lane to your right is open, do the neighborly thing and the nicest thing possible and get the fuck out of their way so they can get over. Have a great night, people. Have a fucking wonderful weekend. And we will see you next Wednesday.
All right.
Hey, you got any fun facts or anything, Josh?
Oh, yeah. I got this fun fact.